From Sigma Woman, this is the Business for Aligned Women podcast. I'm your host, Clara McKay, your aligned business coach and advocate for all things showing up for your vision. This is a no BS space for brave-hearted women who are actually craving change. I'm dedicated to bringing women's visions into reality, equipping women with all they need to build an abundant future, and shutting down all of the ways that you keep yourself small. Here, we're all about a women-centered approach, non-negotiable value alignment, and making bank without compromising your well-being. Each week, you're already one step closer to your most aligned and abundant future. Welcome to this week's episode. Just want to take a moment to thank you for being here and giving me 10 to 15 minutes usually of your week to listen and connect. And I know for a lot of you, this has become a ritual, and I want to honor that. And I want to also say out loud how important that is to me. When I see your stories of going on walks, when you tell me that you listen to it in your commute or you're actioning all of my advice, it means a lot to me. And as someone who loves podcasts and they're such a big part of my week and my own rituals, the fact that other people have taken up my voice for that is really, really incredible. And it's not something that I hold lightly. And I really want to honor your time. So today, we're taking a moment. It's one of two check-ins where I'm inviting you to reconnect and realign with the vision that you had for this year, specifically in relation to your business. We're going to do a little check-in about business and personal visions in a few weeks, but today we're talking about your business. I want to highlight for you why it's so important to pause and review rather than to continue plowing on. And that's why we're doing what we're doing today and why I'm hosting a coaching call that I'm going to invite you to. That's the specific reason for this conversation, because something that never fails to amaze and upset me is when I see women just doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting something to miraculously be different, especially when I've told them to put in their calendar to do a review every month, and intentionally pausing and doing a review and pivoting according to the information that you get from that review can be the thing that will save your business, but more so than your business, your self-confidence. Because if you just keep doing the same thing and expecting a different result, that's going to be whittling away at your self-confidence and your self-worth over time. As I say, my motto for my business is non-strategic approaches to business is detrimental to your self-worth long-term. Plowing on and just doing what feels good or what feels comfortable can often be the reason why things are a bit pear-shaped. We're going to pause today and make sure that we don't keep doing that because we're not here to waste our energy. We're not here to waste our precious time. We're here to do things intentionally and in an aligned and conscious way for the best outcome for all. I want to quickly note that a lot of you have been DMing me and telling me how much you've been enjoying the podcast, how much you've been working through it. And I want to firstly remind you that I have a lot of free resources to take this to the next level. So on my website, there's a page that actually says free resources. Click on that, check them out. I'll always have at least one free resource in my link in bio on my socials. And there's also a highlight on my Instagram page called free. And there's honestly at least 5, maybe 10 things in there that you can get for free and you can work through as a way to kind of take the information that you're learning from the podcast to the next level without investing any actual money. And so if that is you and you're loving the podcast, and I love receiving the notes in my DMs, but please don't forget to leave a review. These are so important for the podcast and for getting it seen in front of other people. And leaving reviews is one way to support me without spending any money, and also helping me to continue having the ability to show up every week and give you this advice for free. I feel like I've got 2 groups of people in my sphere at the moment. And the first one is the smaller group. And that group is feeling quite inspired almost very inspired, a little bit dysregulated level of inspiration and ideas, and very motivated in your business, and you're proud of it, and you're excited, and you're ready for change, you're ready for growth. The bigger group, I feel quite confident in saying that the larger group is feeling a bit more disillusioned and disconnected and a bit unsure and might be ignoring and avoiding their business a little bit. I want to hold both of you and say that I'm speaking to both of you, and this conversation that we're about to have is for both of you. It's not for one or the other. It's going to benefit both of you, no matter where you are in those two groups. I'd love for you to let me know where you are in those two groups. Feel free to send me a DM and tell me. I feel like there's been more positive conversations that I've been having in my DMs and my social media, but I also think the people who are feeling really negative probably just aren't talking about it. I've created today, and I've also created a really specific opportunity for us to gather as a community live in real time rather than all separately listening to the podcast, and share and reconnect the essence of our business so that we can move forward into the second half of the year with intention, direction, structure, and a really replenished, rejuvenated relationship with your business. I have created a circle. It's a live coaching call that's going to happen in alignment with what we're celebrating as the winter solstice, but the midpoint of the year for everyone, no matter where you are. And it's happening on June 20 at 6:30 p.m. Sydney time. And it's a live coaching call. It's a one-off event. You can get the replay if you sign up, but I'm not going to be selling the replay later on. And it's for anyone who either wants to continue riding that wave of good energy and successes and progress and growth that's already happened, or anyone who's looking at their goals for this year and feeling a bit down and out about it. I know I've talked about this a lot, but it's worth saying having bite-sized, small, sustainable, doable, stepping stone goals is psychologically proven to benefit your self-confidence. Having big goals that you ignore or that get pushed out, which is really, really common in the people that I see and that I talk to, we're continuously pushing out our goals. That's another reason why I wanted to create this event and this opportunity. That does have a detrimental effect on your self-confidence and your self-worth. And as you can imagine, if your self-confidence and self-worth is low, you're going to be so much less likely to want to put yourself out there. This circle, we're going to intentionally look at our goals, and we're going to do a little reset, a little rejig, so that we can feel confident moving into the second half of the year. I also wanted to create an opportunity for you to work on your business and have aligned business coaching, access coaching with me at a really nice cost, which is about the price of a brunch, and it will stop you from needing to commit to a big investment, but you'll still get so much nourishment. And I know you'll get so much nourishment because some of the practices that I'll be sharing with you in this circle are things that I have done and tested in my Gentle Business program. I know that a lot of you resonate with, or sometimes avoid, this concept of being too emotionally enmeshed and reactive in your business. So either going really high when things are good or going really low when nothing's happening, and just feeling reactive is probably the best way to describe it. And I know that a lot of you have listened to my episode on You Are Not Your Business, and it really changed the game for you because I get so much feedback about that episode. And I want to invite you to this call because I'm going to be taking you through a really simple practice that is going to dissolve that emotional entanglement and reactivity, and it's going to reset the energetics of your business and create a much healthier relationship with you and your business for the benefit of all. I wanted to also just give this opportunity and hold this space for anyone who's struggling financially. I know I have a lot of conversations with people who know how powerful my coaching would be for them, but they're just not in a place to be able to afford it. So this is 49 Australian dollars or 32 US dollars. So a nice fancy brunch with a couple of drinks. And it's this week on Thursday, Sydney time at 6:30 p.m, the night before the solstice. So what I'm actually doing in my personal life is we're going to do the call, we're going to do that circle, and the next day I'm going into a full day silent retreat for the solstice where I'm just going to be doing self-care and just really going inward. So if that resonates with you, maybe that's something that you could plan around as well. Intentionally start that energy with our call and then move into a really beautiful 24 hours of nourishing yourself. And maybe if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, that's going to look really different. But in the Southern Hemisphere, maybe in the Northern Hemisphere, it's going for a swim and being in nature and being in the ocean. And maybe in the Southern Hemisphere, it's yin yoga and nourishing food and silence and replenishment and oil massage. I'm giving you this opportunity, but I'm also going to give you an opportunity for the people who join that circle. You're going to get access to book a once-off strategy call with me that I don't actually offer. They're not public. You can't access a once-off call with me unless you come to the circle. So if you come to the circle, you're going to have the opportunity to book in a once-off coaching call. This circle is really for anyone who's feeling like they've been stuck in a loop of setting goals for their business, yet really not achieving those goals and feeling like that might be chipping away at your self-worth in the long run. It's an opportunity for us to all celebrate all of our wins and how much we've up-leveled and grown, and even the self-work that we've done in the last 6 months, and then realign more sustainable goals to create stepping stones to that higher success and higher confidence. We're going to be inviting a little bit more woo-woo energy in alignment with the solstice. We're going to do a meditation and a visualization to connect to your business. We're going to be doing an energy clearing around the relationship with your business. And we're also going to reflect and reset our 2024 goals, spend some time chatting about our business. And I'm also going to teach you or talk to you about realigning your business to your highest self and your own unique values and what you might need to do in order to get there. And we're going to have time in the end for a group aligned business coaching session. If you have something that you're struggling with in your business, or you just have something that you're questioning or that you're worrying about, you can come to that call and you can ask it. And it will be a first in, best dressed, but it's going to be a pretty intimate group. It's really an invitation to come back into energetic resonance with your business, like coherence and congruence with the energy of your business. And our practice will show you where you end and where your business begins. And that's going to make your relationship with your business feel much more refreshed. And it's going to be much more mentally, emotionally, psychologically healthy for you in the long run. We're going to create clear, attainable goals for you to complete before the end of the year so that you can develop that confidence and know that when we show up for ourselves, that we can achieve what we set out to. That's going to create momentum on our business goals and our business success long term. And we're also going to have a bit of expanded perspective, because I think something that really sets people back is looking at things through a really kind of lack lens, through a scarcity lens, through a small aperture of what's possible. And we're going to pull that right back and help you to feel supported in seeing that. So if you've been thinking about working with me, if you'd like a little taster, or you're just craving that support and you want the chance to answer me some specific questions or get some specific advice in your business, this is your opportunity. It's going to be a beautiful way to just pause, reflect, and reset, realign your business and your business vision and goals for the rest of the year. You will get access to that one-off coaching call with me. And if you're not feeling that call, if you don't really want to show up, you can always join it, access the replay. You can always send me a DM or an email asking the question that you'd like me to address on the live call. Or we do have another episode coming up later on, which is going to be a way for you to check in with your energy for the rest of the year. If you can't tell, getting to share this time with you is something that I find truly sacred. I know that you're busy, but if you've taken anything away from our time spent together today, could you extend the love and share this episode with a friend, your community, or on your socials? Tag me so that I can see it and I can share it too. Or when you have a spare moment, leave the podcast a review. These things cost you nothing and will mean so much to me. Let's get this resource into the hands of more women visionaries and help us collectively move towards our most aligned way of being and doing business together.